Welcome, beautiful souls. Today we are diving into one of labor's lesser talked about rites of passage, nausea and vomiting. While it can feel intense, it's often a sign that your body is shifting powerfully, opening and preparing for birth. In this video, we'll explain why it happens, how to work with it instead of fearing it, and the simple comforts that can help you stay centered through the waves. First, on the altar of information, why does it happen? In the final weeks of pregnancy, our bodies redelegate energy stores. Energy that's being funneled into organs like those in our digestive tracts lessen, and that excess is redirected into the uterus and the laboring muscles. This, in turn, slows down our digestion, leading to constipation, gas, queasiness, and even vomiting. It's why the reappearance of nausea is considered by many to be one of the first signs of labor being near. But what about when it happens in labor? Well, my dear seedling, there's a few factors that come into play and a few variants to talk about. What's normal for labor and nausea and vomiting is a little bit tricky. First, we've got to talk about transition. Transition is the gateway between labor and birth, the threshold your body crosses as it opens fully to bring your baby earthside. It's intense, it's raw, and it's deeply powerful. Many people feel waves of nausea, shaking, or a sudden surge of emotion. These aren't signs of a weakness. They're signs that your body is calling in every resource to complete the opening process. Transition is the moment just before the pushing phase begins, the storm before the calm, if you will. In transition, our hormones fluctuate wildly, and adrenaline courses through our veins like a venom. The combination of these creates the perfect environment for nausea and subsequent vomiting to rear their ugly heads. Oftentimes, the body can react to pain by sending nausea signals to our brains. Transition is when that pain threshold is really pushed to its brink, so we can't be terribly surprised that nausea is coming about. Medication side effects are also a risk factor here. Many of the pain relief measures offered in a hospital setting have a sneaky little side effect of nausea. The epidural, IV opioids, even nitrous can all bring with them this unpleasant rite of passage. Next on the altar of information, how to work with it. It's not actually your enemy, I promise you. When nausea rises in labor, it can feel like a sudden storm rolling in, sharp, unexpected, and a little chaotic. But instead of seeing it as something to fear, try viewing it as a messenger. In birth work, we tend to talk about listening to the body's wisdom, and nausea is one of those powerful signals that something is shifting on a deep level. During transition, when your body is opening fully and your hormones are surging like wild magic, nausea often appears as a sign that you are crossing a threshold. It's not a warning, it's an initiation. Your body is gathering its strength, redirecting energy, and preparing you for the next phase of the journey. So when the wave comes, don't brace against it. Soften into it. Let your breath be long and low. Lean forward. Let gravity support you. Let the sensation move through you instead of getting stuck. Sometimes vomiting actually brings release, a physical letting go that mirrors the emotional and energetic opening that's happening inside of you. This, in particular, is something that I have learned over the years throughout my strained relationship with nausea. As a two-time hyperemesis veteran, sometimes giving in and letting yourself be one with the nausea as it releases is the only way to garner any relief. Think of each wave of nausea as part of the ritual of birth. It rises, it crests, it passes. And each time it carries you closer to holding your baby earthside. You are moving through the storm, not trapped in it, and your body knows the way. Now, what can we do to stay centered through the chaos? Throughout the ceremony of labor, there are many rituals we can do to abate the discomfort caused by nausea. Some of my favorites include the labor comb, my absolute favorite tool in my birth arsenal. Let's talk about the gate control theory for a second here. The concept that triggering pressure points in your palm draws the attention that your brain is giving the contractions away from the contractions and brings that attention towards the palm instead. On my second round of hyperemesis, I experimented to see if this same theory could work for nausea, and to great extent, it did. Breath and body awareness. Slow your breathing, make it rhythmic. Gentle humming can help anchor the mind into the body and into the moment. Birth is a ritual. Let yourself enjoy it. The birthing ball. Oh, my dear seedlings, let gravity and momentum guide you. You will find it is near impossible to stay still on a birthing ball, near impossible to deny the body its instinctual desires to move. Sensory grounding. Almost everyone, neurodivergent or not, has a favorite sensory stim to help them regulate themselves. This can be an incredibly useful tool all throughout labor, but especially throughout these waves. These sensory tools can help ground you in the moment and away from the nausea in an extraordinary way. Now, let's talk about a few other techniques while we're here. Alcohol swabs. I don't personally love this one, but I have met some parents that it worked beautifully for. The basis of this one is a lot like smelling salts. You gently sniff the alcohol swab and it's supposed to relieve nausea. Hydration. The body will allow it. Hydration is key, my dear seedlings. Even chewing ice chips can be a huge help. Now the last one, antiemetics. Your birth is your sacred space, and you have every right to decide enough is enough. Hand over the Zofran at any point in the process. I know. I seem like the type to be all or nothing on the crunchy side of things, but something you'll learn about me as we get to know each other is that I am firmly planted in the middle ground. I love lavender and chamomile for sleep, Queen Anne's lace for fertility management, and garlic to fend off a cold. But I also love antibiotics for infection, vaccines for immunity, and I have a very special relationship with diclegus after 2 rounds of hyperemesis. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can mix any of these techniques into your own unique blend of magic. It's important to know when something is amiss, though. So when to speak up. If you have an epidural, or even if you don't, epidural patients are just at a higher risk. A sudden onset of nausea can be the first indicator of hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure. If what you are experiencing is concerning, seems to be more than it should be, or occurring away from the transition period, do not be afraid to speak up. Your care team works for you after all. As always, thank you for being here, my little seedlings. I hope this helped you feel a little more grounded and a little less afraid of what your body might do in labor. Remember, every sensation is a part of the journey. None of them are punishments, and your body is wiser than you think. If this video supported you, feel free to subscribe and join this little circle of birth magic and education. Until next time, breathe deep, trust your body, and know that you are not walking this path alone. Bye.